Ashcroft Woods is a property that started with an organization called Grand River Partners in 2005. We started looking at this property. It's the original tract was 379 acres. This became an anchor for other properties in the region, and I always talk about Ashcroft Woods as kind of a symbol of the conservation grind that has to happen. If we're going to protect 1,000 acres, it's very, very rare that we get a 1,000-acre property to go after and do one deal on. Ashcroft Woods started in 2005. It's been 15 years. We've done 11 separate transactions now, raised more than $7 million to protect this property, and a lot of those funds have come from funding that is specific to protecting the Massasauga rattlesnake.
It's on the endangered species list. Let's get it off. What can we do to recover this species? If we don't do something, it's going to go extinct. It's going to be lost, gone forever. Just because we don't understand how all the different parts work doesn't mean we should throw parts away. Like we should want all of these parts. So they're part of this ecosystem, and it's, I think, we want to preserve this ecosystem. So you need the crayfish, you need the rodents, you need all these different things to coexist in order to have a functioning system. And nothing is harder than having a functioning system in small scales. It's really hard to have a 10-acre field and have a full functioning system. We really need landscapes, and this is where the Grand River Lowlands is so important, because it opens up, there's the possibility for those kind of landscape scale conservation. Much of Ohio, we don't have that anymore. Much of Ohio now, we're relegated to preserving what we can, and a lot of times that's kind of a postage stamp of, it's a nice little collection, but is it a functioning ecosystem? Maybe not without our help. So that's what really animates me about the Grand River Lowlands and about the work the Western Reserve Land Conservancy is doing. Is I see this opportunity for this bigger scale conservation, and there just isn't that many opportunities like that left in Ohio.
With respect to Ashcroft Woods, this is an ongoing effort. We currently have 3 additional properties under contract that we're trying to fund right now, and right now we're running out of time on a couple of them. It would add another 200 acres to the property. It would add more Massasauga habitat, more wetland habitat to the property, and some great swamp forests too. So we're really looking to figure out how to fund those in the next three months.
I'm always looking for the partners. Who is it that can help us make these things happen? And it just so happens that when I met Brett and I met the Western Reserve Land Conservancy and all the people involved, they're looking for the same kind of thing. Like, how do we make this stuff happen? Western Reserve Land Conservancy sets itself apart from other land trusts I've worked with in that they're they're not nearly as risk averse. They're willing to take a lot of chances and get out there and purchase properties.
It is a true partnership approach here that has led to the creation and protection of Ashcroft Woods. It's not just an individual on a staff that champion a project. It is an absolute team effort, and it's a collection of teams that are working to protect not just Ashcroft Woods, but the entire Grand River Lowlands bioregion.
I met a landowner who has rattlesnakes on his property and asked him what he did with the rattlesnakes, and he said, well, I go and get a hoe, and then I pick them up and scoop them over and throw them off to the side. And I was like, oh, you don't kill them? And he said, no, why would I do that? And I said, I don't know, it's a snake. People kill snakes. And he said, no, I dreamt someday of living somewhere and having property where there's black bears and rattlesnakes. And he says, and I've got both on my property now. And I thought that is so cool that he wanted that wild. And I think there is something real primordial about that, just living in that wild kind of place. And like I said, not many places left in the state where we can have that kind of thing. The opportunity is here for sure. Oh, there's 2 of them and a bunch of babies. Take all the pictures you want, guys, because this is a once in a lifetime. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've seen this like 3 times, so.